We are getting the first ever fence assistant in ESO that can also launder stolen items, and it is a giant chicken. Hey everyone, it's Spopes. We have some more data-mined imagery and information from ESO Model Viewer, this time relating to the rewards that are coming with Season 1 of Tamriel Tomes. The most notable entry is this chicken fence assistant that is only the second ever fence assistant in the game, and it does a lot more than the fence assistant that you get from the Thieves Guild questline. In this video, I'm going to cover the newly leaked Season 1 Tamriel Tomes rewards, and a few other items that have been revealed by ESO Model Viewer since I did my original video on the leaks. To catch up on that information, check the video linked above. Before we dive in, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, please like and hype the video, and consider supporting me by becoming a member of the Spopes Army, picking up some merch, or leaving a donation. Alright, let's get into the latest leaks from ESO Model Viewer, including this new giant chicken assistant. I've been keeping a close eye on the ESO Model Viewer Discord to see if any additional information comes out, and amid floor plans of the new houses, some new costumes, and skill style information, I was particularly interested to see this new imagery for the rewards we'll get with Season 1 of Tamriel Tomes. So currently we are on Season 0, Season 1 will come out in July, and we have what is clearly a Robin Hood and his merry men theme, including some very Robin Hood-esque costumes, a new body marking that seems to feature a picture of actual Robin Hood on its back, and some new weapon styles that actually look pretty good. So this is what we have going on for the premium rewards in Season 1. This is what you'll get with the premium track that costs $15, and honestly, just for the assistant alone, that seems to be worth it for me. Nothing else is really enticing me, though whatever this is back here looks pretty interesting. I'm not sure what that VFX is coming from, maybe it's just an emote, but the character in the image doesn't seem to really be doing anything. So maybe this is just new VFX for the armor? We'll have to see with that one. I am a bit confused by the hyenas. These mounts don't really look that great, first of all. And second, I have no idea what hyenas have to do with the theme. The costumes are okay, I guess. The Robin Hood hat is pretty cool. This one, though, isn't really doing anything for me. And then the body markings are interesting. There's definitely going to be some glow to them, some luminescence, which is great. Overall, I think these are pretty good rewards, but something about the style of these new body markings seems just a little bit off to me. The weapon styles, though, are really great. There's this bright luminescence to them. It looks like they're going to have something like cherry blossoms falling off of them. I generally like any weapon styles that have bright and colorful VFX, so this is definitely up my alley. And now on to the chicken. When you see this chicken at first, you're like, what is this? Is this a pet? But according to some of the text information provided with this item, it is an assistant, and it is a fence assistant that can also launder your items, which is something that the original fence assistant that came with the original Thieves Guild questline does not do. So heading over to the datamine discussion on Discord, again, this is all from ESO Model Viewer. Definitely check out their YouTube channel, website, and Discord. They do a great job with every patch. But apparently the name of this assistant is Cambio Zammes. Zammes? Zammes. I'm going to say Zammes. Cambio Zammes. Victim of a magical incident, Cambio Zammes now buys and launders ill-gotten goods. Perhaps one day he'll have a nest egg large enough to undo his transformation. You can't use him in PvP, and only you can use him, not your group members. But what's important here is this line of launders. He will both buy and launder your ill-gotten goods. So I checked, and currently the only fence assistant is Pirari the Smuggler. You get this from the final quest of the Thieves Guild main storyline. And Pirari has some serious limitations. First of all, she charges a pretty high haggling fee, and you can only fence and not launder with Pirari. In this text information here, I don't see anything about a fee, though they might have just not included that in the tooltip. Maybe Cambio will also have a fee for fencing and laundering, but there's no information about that here. And what's really important again is that you can both fence and launder with Cambio. And if there is no haggling fee, this means you'll never have to go to an outlaw refuge again. So in my mind, the inclusion of this assistant alone justifies the price of Tamriel Tomes. In the shop, assistants are usually 5,000 crowns, and even with the current sale going on, if you buy the largest pack of crowns, that equates to about $25, or as high as 50 if you're not being efficient. So getting a new assistant that has new functionality above and beyond any assistant before, for only $15 definitely justifies the price tag in my opinion. The rest of this stuff, you can take it or leave it. I think the weapon styles are good, but they wouldn't justify it for me. I'm not a huge fan of the new costumes, and the body markings, while I do like them, wouldn't justify getting the premium tome in my opinion. Whatever this is in the background also does entice me, but before I know more about what that is, I can't really use that as leverage to justify the cost. But because I didn't get the Premium Tome this season, I will have the 12 Tome tokens I need to get the Premium Plus Tome in Season 1. And finally, we're seeing something that will justify the price for me. So definitely comment with your thoughts on the new assistant Cambio, whether like for me, this for you justifies the price of the Premium Tome. That's pretty much all I have to say about these new rewards, but there is some more important leaked information that's come out since my original video that I do also want to cover here. So going from the newest stuff back, we do have a higher res image of that hyena pet. They did a good job with the textures and everything, but again, the hyenas seem out of place, and I personally do not have any need for a hyena pet or mount. We also have a closer up image of the new body markings, and as you can see, there is a rogue here, kind of shadowy, a little bit hard to see, that looks just like Robin Hood. I guess you could say it's a Nightblade, but to me, when I see that, the first thing I think of is Robin Hood. We also have images for the new icons for tome points and premium tome tokens. This is what they look like right now, but this is what they're going to look like from update 50 onward. I'm not sure why they have holes in them, like there's some kind of a pendant or something, but I do like the new imagery better. Also, this is kind of mysterious, but we do have some information in text form about engrams. Now, just like this commenter down here, the first thing I think of when I hear the word engram is Destiny. And I have no idea what engrams are going to be in ESO, but let's take a look at this text. It looks like there's going to be a new interactable station in the world called an engram table. Maybe multiples. There might be a new table for each set. And then you're going to be able to convert engrams into item sets. Apparently, you're going to get specific engrams from dungeons and also trials. Both dungeon and trial engrams are listed here. And it looks like you can convert these engrams into sets that you might want. These engrams are going to come in various rarities. I see green, blue, purple, and gold. So the best I can glean from this is these are going to be new items that start off sort of agnostic, but they can use a new interactable station in the world to convert into the set of your choosing. I'm definitely interested to see more about engrams as we get more leaks, or as the developers reveal official information. It looks like there's going to be yet another version of werewolf form. We've already heard about the black, gray, and white versions coming from Dynamic Encounters, but here's another werewolf form skill style called Hircine's Hunter. We don't know anything more about it yet, except that we do also have this icon here for a red version of werewolf form. Maybe that's the same thing. This does appear to be a skill style for the transformation itself, so this might be the fourth new color for werewolf we're getting, a red version called Hircine's Hunter. And on top of that, we do have some imagery for the effects that are going to come with the new Prowler's Talisman Mythic. Apparently, one of the bonuses offered is going to make these lanterns appear around you. I'm not really sure how this is going to work, but it looks really cool. And apparently, one of the new armor styles in the premium tomes for Season 1 is going to be called Charming Rogue. And also, I find this very interesting. This new house, coming with U50, I forget the name off the top of my head, but it's going to be the first house in the history of the game where you can ride your mounts. As you can see in this very blurry video, the leaker is riding that new multi-person mammoth mounts. There's a whole bench on top of it, and as you can see, they are running around the house on their mounts. Just another reason this house is so good. We also have a video here of what it's going to look like to hide behind a curtain in the new Thieves Guild questline. Curtains are going to appear with this glowing yellow aura around them. That's how you know you can hide behind them. We also have some tooltips on Somnol Powder, the new item you can use in the Thieves Guild questline to stun NPCs. That's the blue version. There's also an improved purple version. Both versions disorient humanoids and prevent them from witnessing crimes for 10 seconds. The devs also teased this new furnishing in a stream a while ago. This is something you'll get in association with the Sheogorath questline, and it's called Aspect of the Mad God. There are apparently 3 different versions: amusement, anger, and laughter, though in my mind they are all terrifying. There was also some information in the PTS patch notes about a version of molten weapons that would keep your existing weapon style intact. And it appears that it's not actually the new Emerald Green skill style, but it's a new one called Molten Weapons Cooled, where I guess the idea is it's not so hot that it completely covers your existing weapon style. We also have some imagery of the Mad God's Tome Shell, the new Tome Shell pet you'll get in the Sheogorath questline. You get it by completing the quest The Last Laugh, and here's what it looks like. Definitely a pretty cool Tome Shell. I like the butterflies. And here's a costume. I have not seen the name for it, but you get a special hat with a bunch of flowers on the back or something. It has a very floral foliage theme to it. And here's also Quen's armor costume that you get from the Thieves Guild storyline. Lastly, we do now have some floor plans for the new houses. Here's the floor plan for this one, whatever it's called, magical special waterfall place. We also have a floor plan for the new observatory. That's what that looks like. It also has a couple more floors, floor 1 and floor 2, floor 3 even. There's also a floor plan for the Rogue's Refuge. That top area appears to be just the entrance. Then you have a pretty spacious layout underground. All right, and that's all the new information we received so far. Personally, I'm really stoked we're getting something of real value from the Season 1 Tamriel Tome, the premium version. Something actually unique, something that's usually expensive, you can get a lower price. In that sense alone, they're really dialing in Tamriel Tomes, making it more rewarding. The other awards I could really care less about. I'm not that into the Robin Hood theme, but for those of you who are really stoked about it, that's awesome. Let me know if you think that hyenas actually fit in with this whole theme in the comments. As for the rest of it, there's not really that much more, but I really do like how it does seem like the cosmetic designers at ESO are going the extra mile, doing some new and innovative stuff that obviously has a lot of design work put into it. So great job to the team there. I'm excited to see how they keep dialing in Tamriel Tomes and all the other cosmetics in the game as we progress through 2026. And now before we finish up, I do want to take another opportunity to respond to feedback. I keep hearing from people that I'm being too negative. While I do appreciate that feedback, I want to explain why I am the way I am and why I'm probably not going to change. If you've been following the channel for a while, you will know that I just call it as I see it. When I really like something, as in the case of the new Anu and Padme crates that are coming out in U50, I lavish it with praise. But when I dislike something, I'm very clear and honest about that. And that's not just to whine and complain. I'm not being negative for negativity's sake. It's just the fact that my platform has reached a size now where that feedback might actually reach Zos. Where if I hold their feet to the fire a little bit, maybe they will continue to improve. I'm actually encouraging the team to do better, not trying to discourage them or say they're bad people or anything like that. And beyond just that, there are two other reasons that I will be negative if I feel like it's justified. First is that I feel like it empowers my community to have their own opinions as well. If I'm just glazing Zos all the time, saying things are great even when I don't like them, maybe my commenters and viewers won't feel free to chime in with their own unfiltered and honest opinions. And on top of that, for me, honesty is the biggest priority in my channel and in everything else in life. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe my takes are bad, but they are my takes to have. And if I feel a certain way about something, I'm not going to censor that just to protect the feelings of the developers, to avoid saying anything negative about Zos that I guess might turn people away from ESO, to avoid giving ammunition to the trolls. I realize that anytime you say anything negative, it does inspire unhinged and unreasonable negativity. But still, I feel like my freedom of speech, my freedom to have an opinion, is tantamount not just for me, but also on principle. I'm not going to say anything if I can't say what I really feel. So while I do appreciate the feedback, I really hope the people piling on me for being negative comprehend the nuance of my position, where again, I'm not being negative for negativity's sake. These are just my honest, unfiltered opinions, and I feel like they're important to have. So anyway, in the comments, let me know what you think about these new leaks, what you think about my perspective in general as a content creator, whether you're still convinced I'm being too negative or you understand better now my reasoning. And especially let me know what you think about this new chicken assistant, Cambio, whether you think that this reward alone justifies the premium tome, or whether you're still going to be holding out and not purchasing the premium tome next season. And as always, I really appreciate you all watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Please like and hype the video, and consider supporting me with a membership, a merch purchase, or a donation. To finish up, as always, I'm going to pray to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Lord, I thank you that more information on what's coming in ESO has been revealed. Lord, I thank you for this year in ESO, all the changes that are coming, all the changes that have already occurred. I ask you to be with the staff at Zos, to empower them to do their best work, to help them through any difficulties or struggles they're having. And also, Lord, I thank you so much for my community. Please bless every member of my community, all my viewers and subscribers and members, and especially bless those followers of Christ who are trying to follow you and struggling. Make it easier for them to walk in your footsteps, Lord. And also, Lord, bring all recently departed souls around the world to your side. Forgive them, help them purge themselves of sin, and bring them to your heavenly abode. I give you all glory for my channel and for the video, Lord. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer. Again, everyone, thanks so much for watching. Don't hold back with your comments. And please do like, hype, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, turn on notifications, because I'll be back soon with new content.